As Nelson Mandela has rightly quoted, education is the most powerful tool which you can choose to change the world. Yes, we are talking about the education reform and education sector of India. Hello friends, welcome to the new series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about Aishe report 2021 and 2022. So, moving towards the points of discussion part. First of all, we are going to discuss the news, and then we are going to discuss about Aishe, and then we are going to discuss that what are the highlights of Aishe report and practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to the Drishti IAS English channel. Moving to the news part. So on 25th of January, what had happened that Education Ministry has released a report, and the report name is All India Survey of Higher Education 2021 and 2022. So you should not confuse here that this is 2024 and why 2021 and 2022 report are coming. So when in the examination, if they will ask you question related to 2021, 2022, you have to give answer based on this particular date or particular year. So what is the highlight of this total Aishe report? That female enrollment ratio has been increased, and right now overall educational enrollment ratio has been increased in higher education. So this is the biggest achievement in terms of India's education sector, that we are very much improving in the higher education. And what that highlight found out that right now 4.33 crore students are currently enrolled in the higher education in comparison to the last year, which is 4.14 crore, and in last 5 years we can see that increase of more than 1 crore students. And in 2014-15 data there was only 3.2 crore students, but right now we have 4.33 crore students who are enrolled in the higher education. So this is the highlight of this total report, and this is the news we are going to discuss in today's session. And here they capture various parameters and various courses. So the first course is undergraduate, postgraduate, MPhil, PhD, diploma, PG diploma certificate and integrated program. So this is another thing that they are going to capture the data from all these things, and this is the web-based survey process. And in all 10,576 standalone institutions, 42,825 colleges, 1,162 universities have responded to this particular survey report. So on the basis of all these responses, the Ministry of Education has come with this report. Moving to the takeaways part, that what are the key highlights of this total thing. So the first sub theme we are going to discuss in this regard is female enrollment greater than male. This is very positive response in terms of Indian, because when we see the data, especially the census data 2011, female education and literacy rate is really low. And when we are seeing this, that in terms of higher education, female are outperforming than men, then it is a very great and positive news for us. So what is this says that from 1.5 crore women enrolled in 2014 and 15, there has been a jump of 32%, which is 2.7 crore. So in the last 5 years, women enrollment ratio has been increased and it has become 2.7 crore. Earlier it was just 1.5 crore. So they have increased more than 1 crore in last 5 years. And in the last 5 years, the number of women enrolled increased by 18.7% from 1.7 crore in 2017 and 18. So this is in achievement in terms of the female. And we can see the most astounding result in terms of the PhD level. In 21-22, the total PhD enrollment in the country was 2.12 lakh, of which 98,000 belongs to the women. So there was enrollment of more than 2 lakh people, and more than 98,000 were females at PhD level. And despite having several challenges, they are reaching up to this level, and only 47,707 women were enrolled in PhD programs. So 8 years ago, this was the data, like we have only 47,707 women were enrolled, but after 8 years, we can see this pleasant data. And moving to the proportion, that what is the proportion? So the proportion of women enrolled in higher education compared to the men also gone up. and of the 91 lakh more students have joined higher education in 21-22 when compared to the 2015, and among all those 91 lakh, 55% were women. And when it comes to the postgraduate level, 55.4% are the female. So what all these data shows that females are outperforming male and their ratio is increasing in higher education. Moving to the next slide, which is GER and gender parity. So GER is the gross enrollment ratio and gender parity is a gender parity index. So there are two parameters which we are going to study in this slide. And gross enrollment ratio shows that how many students are enrolled according to the population, and this data has been taken from the 2011 census. So on the basis of that population data, we have come to this conclusion, and India's GER is 28.4. And when it comes to the state-wise data, so we have seen that Union territories are performing very well in this regard, and Chandigarh has the highest GER, which is 64.8, and also Puducherry has 61.5 and Delhi has 49, and in states Tamil Nadu has a good GER, which is 47%. So what all these data shows that Union territories are performing well into this regard. Another indicator is gender parity index, and it is measured on 0 to 1 scale. So when there is a 0, there is no disparity, and when there is a more than 1, then it is unfavorable for the women, and when it is less than men, it is unfavorable for the men. So this is the gender parity index, and what the survey observed, that out of 26 states and union territories, the GER is in the favor of women, and at all India level GPI is 1.1, and for SC ST categories GPI is 1.1, for SC it is 1.01, and for STs it is 0.98 respectively. So what gender parity index is showing that they are also in favor of women. Moving to the next one. Next slide is about arts over the sciences in graduation PG. So how many students are taking up the arts, social sciences course, sciences courses and engineering courses. So the overall data shows that students are much pursuing the social science courses and arts courses at post graduation level. So the survey showed that Bachelorate of Arts program has the highest enrollment. It means that BA program has the highest enrollment among the country, and 34.2 of the total undergraduate enrollment across India. So out of all the courses, 34.2% belongs to the BA program, and in all 3.141 crore students are enrolled in UG program. So out of 3.41 crore who are enrolled in undergraduate program, among them 34.2% belongs to the BA program students. And among disciplines at undergraduate level, the enrollment is higher in arts, which is 34.2%, followed by the science, which is 14%, commerce 13.3%, engineering 11.8%, BA honors account 20.4 lakh, which is 6.2%. So what this report is showing that so many students are pursuing arts and social sciences course, and that's why their number is much higher. And also the social science stream has the highest number of postgraduate. It means that most of the students are enrolling for the Masters of Arts. So their enrollment ratio has been increased, and with 20.9 lakh students, which is 40.7% of total postgraduate student. So most of the students are pursuing MA. So this is also the data of post graduation level. And at PhD level, what we can see that results are reverse, that so many students are pursuing arts in BA and MA, but it is not turning up to at PhD level. And in PhD we can see that more number belongs to the science students, engineering student. So the science stood at the third spot, while engineering and science, so while 52.74 are pursuing PhD in engineering, and 45,324 are in science, and 26,000 students are pursuing PhD in social sciences. So what we have seen that at PhD level, so many students are pursuing the science, and after that we have this engineering, and on the third spot we can see the art student, which is 26,000 0.057. So this is the data that there are so many students who are becoming good at the PG and also the UG level, but they are not going for the research level by pursuing the arts and social science courses. So moving to the next slide. Next slide is about primacy of government institution. So India is a country when it comes to the primary education, no one wants to enroll their child into the government schools. But when it comes to the higher education, we can see that so many people wants to their students and want their child to study in the good reputed government institution. So we have seen that out of 100, 58% colleges and universities belong to the government institution. But what we can see that the ratio of government institution are higher and much higher in number, and they are 73.7% of the all students attended government colleges. So out of 100, 73% students belongs to the government colleges and universities, and which have accounted like state public universities have the highest stake into this, and they have accounted 31% of the total enrollment for universities, and government owned universities have an enrollment of 71.6 lakhs, whereas the privately managed universities are just 25.32 lakhs. So what all these data says that private universities are more in numbers, but no one wants to study there because of so many problems, because of the lack of good education, also the high amount of the fees. So all these factors are making impossible for a common student to join the private university. So they prefer always the government university. And what we can see that when it comes to the preference level, students always prefers the government institution for the higher education. So this is the Aishe report. Moving to the next slide, which is demographic of students graduating. So during the 21-22 academic year, 1.7 crore students were estimated to have graduated, and undergraduated, doctorate, masters and other diploma certificate programs. Among them 1.7 crore students, 54.6 lakh roughly, and 50.8 are women. So what all these data shows that 50.8% are women, which is very positive in terms of the Indian scenario. And when it comes to the category wise, so among all the categories, OBC has the highest stake, which is 35% of the students. Then coming to the scheduled caste, they are just 13%, and coming to the scheduled tribe, their ratio is just 5.7%, and rest more than 50% belong to the general category. So this is the category wise report. And also the graduation rate in arts and social science are much higher, and 24.16 lakh students have been awarded the BA degree, and at the PG 7.2 lakh students have been awarded the MA degree. And at PhD level, science stream has the highest stake, which is 7,408, followed by the engineering, which is 6,027 graduating students. So what all these data shows that when we are reaching to the higher education, the numbers are becoming the smaller. So this is the loophole in Indian education system, that we are not able to convert and mold our youth to pursue research and development, because we have a structural problem. We have lack of fund, we have lack of motivation, lack of awareness, lack of employment opportunity after joining the research and development. So all these factors make students of arts very vulnerable to pursue PhD into such streams. So that's why their number is really low. Moving to the next slide. Next slide is about practice question for prelims. And the first question is, who releases the All India Survey of Higher Education report? And the first option is Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, second is Ministry of Education, third is Ministry of Women and Child Development, and fourth is Ministry of Finance. So I hope you will be able to answer this question. I think you like this session. If you have any related issues to this session, kindly ask in the comment section. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.